MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Texas Rangers taking on the New York Yankees. Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Today, all eyes are on the mound as we've got a pitcher who's been absolutely on fire lately. In fact, in his recent outings, he's been nearly untouchable, Singy.
Oh, you're not kidding, Boog. Opponents have looked lost against this guy, and the way he's pitching, it doesn't look like he's slowing down anytime soon.
First pitch coming your way next. And taking the ball for the Yankees, Andy Pettit. Singing, he's been outstanding and should be fun to watch.
Well, when you have a guy that can limit the opponent to very little run production, you have a great chance to win a ball game when he takes the mound. He's just having an outstanding season so far. You hope he can maintain it, because if he can, he'll be in a nice conversation at the end of the year.
Rafael Palmeiro, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one.
Nope, ball two.
There's a swing and a drive. That one carrying. Out of here. The first batter of the game leaves the yard. The Rangers score first. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. Well, we see this so much more today. Lineups with pop in the leadoff spot, and it really puts the pitcher in a tough spot out there where he has to execute right away. You can't just get over a couple of strikes to settle in, get comfortable, because at the plate, that guy's looking to do exactly what he just did. Start the game off with a huge bang.
That's too low. Ball one. Seager launched a homer in his most recent game. And that one hammered. God, he dunks it off the foul pole. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they add to the lead. It's 2-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Well, he really crushed that thing down the line, and everyone had to hold their breath until it clanked off the pole. And every time that happens, it just kind of feels like a trick shot or something, but really, it's just a stroke of luck that it stays fair long enough.
Michael Young in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Love seeing someone drive in a bunch of runs like he did, Boog. Doing that consistently lets your teammates know they can count on you to come through when the team needs it most.
That's a strike across the top of the zone. Nobody on, nobody out. A pair of runs across in the inning. Here in the third and final game of the series.
Nope, that's high.
Check swing didn't go. The count now 2-2. Line drive, and it stays fair. That one finds the zone. That is strike two. Young aboard here at first with nobody out. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Mantle should have this one. Makes the grab. And now it's Jake Berger to hit.
the ball.
This hitter loves attacking the first pitch, so not giving him something to hit is a good move. Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
Man at first, one away. Young on the goal. Swinging a foul straight back. Step off throw to first. And they got it.
Wow, that could be so tough. Left-hander with that leg. Picks it up and can dangle it in the air a little bit, and you're not quite sure. Really good move over, and you can't blame the base runner for getting picked off on that one.
Two down, nobody on. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. 1-2 down. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. The two-round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 2-0 ball game. Back here in New York. And on the hill in this one, Nathan Eovaldi. What should we keep an eye on here?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
The 0-1. And there's a foul ball.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
And down on strikes. And there's 1 down. Okay, let's check out the lineup. These guys can really pile up the runs, Chris. They're among the top teams in scoring this year.
Yeah, and when you can get a lead and be out in front, it really changes what that opposing manager can do with his bullpen. And on top of that, it helps your own pitching staff. It gives them more margin for error. So instead of guys squeezing the ball, trying to throw darts and be perfect, they can relax, let the ball come out of their hands, and pitch effectively. So that offense and the ability to score runs also helps the pitching and the defense.
Good job to fight that one off.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Babe Ruth in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike.
Looks really sharp at the start of this one. This is how it's going to be today. It's going to be a tough one for this lineup.
And that's way high. 2-1.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
2-2 down. And that's downstairs and outside. Garrett hoping for a chance. He would represent the tying run.
Yeah, Boog, plenty of power in that bat, and they'd love to give him a shot here.
In the air, right field. Nimmo on the move. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And that is the third out of the inning. Down in order go the Yankees. They trail things here 2-0. Back at Yankee Stadium. Haven't seen the same dominance we're accustomed to, Siggy. It's still early. Let's see if he can get the mojo back.
Yeah, it's a long game, Boog, and he's shown he can grind through outings like this.
Outfield playing straight up now. Ball one, no strikes.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Line drive. Mantle takes it in for the out. And there's one down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Fastball for a strike. It's 0-1.
No.
Fights it off. He'll see another.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
And that skips into dirt. Got him. 2 out.
Well, that's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. 2 strikes, the sort of pitch you're hoping for. A bit of a mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location. But clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
Wyatt Langford in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. And that'll do it. Rangers go down quickly there, but they hold a 2-0 lead. Bottom of the second. Now here's the Yankees cleanup hitter, Lou Gehrig. That one catches the corner.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
And a foul ball. The 0-2.
That's the ball.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Batting fifth, left fielder, Mickey.
That clips the corner. The 0-1. There's a line drive to left field. It drops in, gets away a little bit, and that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Batting sixth, right fielder, Bernie.
Bernie Williams digs in now. Comes in 5th in the American League in batting average.
Ball.
Mantle stands at first with 1 out.
Strike one.
And now it's 1-2. Got him swinging for the K. And the runner holds.
Really good, hard bite to that breaking ball for the strikeout right there. I mean, he was able to bury it down below the zone, and that's throwing the pitch with conviction. Good thing for the pitcher, he's not going to miss in the zone, and that's where you get hurt. Excellent execution with 2 strikes. That could be a big weapon for him in this start.
The 0-1. In there at the knees for a strike. Right to the backstop. And now a man into scoring position.
Heads up base running right there.
Runner at second, 2 down. Bottom half of inning number 2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Out towards right center field. Nimmo on the move to the alley. He's got it, and that will end the inning. After 2, it's a 2-0 ball game. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far.
Nope, that's away.
That's outside, and that's ball 2.
Huh.
Curve in the dirt. And that finds the mark on the outside corner. And it's a full count. Young wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge. Good eye at the plate. They'll overturn the call. Still 2 challenges left for them.
The Rangers, first baseman Rafael Palmeiro.
Two now. In the air, right field. Williams raging back towards the wall. Reaches over the wall, and he's got it.
Up next for the Rangers, shortstop Corey Seager.
Here's Corey Seager. He's already homered in this game. Seager throws right, bats left. Batting second in today's lineup, and this season he's hitting over .330. Foul ball there. He scored more runs than anyone else in his team so far this year, Chris. The 0-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Got him looking. That K is his third of the game. Didn't seem like that one found the zone. Here's the challenge. And the strike is overturned after review. So they've still got both their challenges. The 1-2. See ya! Strikes him out for the second time today. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Pop foul out of play off to the right. The 0-1. Late on that fastball.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. The 0-2.
That's out the corner.
Yeah, that skips into dirt.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. And ball
That's
4
low.
to a board.
Ball 4.
So
Take it back.
close to getting out of it right there, but this inning still has life.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. Flying to left his first time. And it's fouled off.
You know, he can move the ball around, add and subtract, get some weak contact at times. So you don't worry as much about him in this situation. Very capable of getting a ground ball and getting out of this little jam.
Next offering is fouled back. First and second, 2 down. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Rangers leave a pair as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well.
No, that's a ball.
Check swing, and he went. And the count even 1-1. Late with the swing there. Swing swing and a miss, struck him out.
Really nice job working both sides of the plate for that strikeout. Started him off inside, then away, back inside again, and that one set him up for that last pitch on the outside part of the plate that he just swung right through. Pretty smooth sequence right there.
Fought off foul. On the ground to the left. Zips it to first, and two straight set down to begin the bottom of the third.
For the Yankees, center fielder.
Back to the top of the Yankee order, Tony Gwynn now at the plate. On the corner for a strike. 0-1. Foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx as we go to the top of the fourth. Jake Berger stepping in for the Rangers. On the ground to third. In time to Gehrig. One pitch and one out.
Next for the Rangers, catcher Ivan Rodriguez.
Outfield playing straight up now. And that misses. Ball one. Gets him to chase after that one.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
That one fouled off. Stays alive.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking it bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
The next offering misses, and that's ball three. In the air out towards right center. Gwynn ranging into the alley. Makes the grab on the run. And there are two down.
Up next for the Rangers, center fielder.
Up next for the Rangers, Evan Carter. His first at bat was a strikeout.
Not what he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
Two down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. And that one fouled off. The 0-2.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons, he let it go by. He's still in the at-bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
Two down, nobody on. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. He picks up his 5th. Back for more from the Bronx. Bottom of the 4th, Joe Morgan stepping in now for the Yankees. Rolled softly, but that goes foul.
You know, these Yankees, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today. And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand. That one not close. Ball 2.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Hard hit right side. Palmeiro takes it himself, and one gone in the fourth as they get the leadoff man. Right side. And that one handled. Throws to first in time. Fine play in the hole for the out. And the batter now, Lou Gehrig. Went down on strikes his first time through.
Hey!
Next offering in there for a strike. And the count is 0-2. The Yankees trailing by 2. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. That one outside. And the count 1-2.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
Got him swinging. Picks up strikeout number 7. 1-2-3 go the Yankees. They're still down. It's Tuesday. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Right through there for a strike. Fouled off left side. Cut on and miss. Curveball struck him out.
A pretty good break on the curveball right there. Maybe not as down in the zone as he would have liked, but deceptive enough to get that swing and miss. And if you don't catch that pitch out front on the barrel, it bears in on you pretty hard.
Ball one.
Sold it really well with the arm speed. Swung underneath it, so a changeup that stayed a little bit more on plane than what he was anticipating.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Breaking ball inside. It's 2-2. In the air, right field. Takes it in for the out. So the Rangers batting order turns over. Here's a big power threat. Rafael Palmeiro.
Ball inside.
Two down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the fifth. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Two down, nobody on. The Yankees with some action in their pen. Zach Britton, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Bednar also throwing. Sets him down on strikes. And he's up to 7 strikeouts. 1-2-3 go the Rangers. We head to the bottom of the fifth. And stepping in for the Yankees, Mickey Mantle.
Over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. When you're doing that, you could have a really good day out there in the mound.
And a big swing and a miss. Swings through it for the K. Strikeout number 8.
Well, he's on a great run of strikeouts and showing excellent control and command, not walking opposing batters. You know, this offense, they've got to find a way to break his rhythm, put the bat on the ball, maybe try to bunt for a base hit, get him off the mound, moving around, step out, something to interrupt his timing because he's coming right after these guys.
The 1-0. That one ripped, but foul. The Rangers leading by 2. Last half of inning number 5. That one catches the zone. Now 1-2.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Got him. And that quickly 2 away.
Well, a well-thrown splitter is going to do exactly that. Get you off balance, thinking it's a fastball. Very similar to a changeup, but oftentimes a split's going to have even more downward movement with more velocity. Good pitch.
And here's the catcher, Jorge Posada, cruising on the mound right now, but a dangerous hitter here in this spot. A guy with some slug to him. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And that's a foul ball.
Ball.
He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
Next offering upstairs. Derek Jeter on deck for the Yankees. Got him looking. And he strikes out the side of the 5th. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far. Corey Seager, the next to hit. And first offering is fouled off. He boasts a batting average that ranks top 10 in the league at the moment, Siggy. And that is out of play.
That's a ball. Nope, that's off the plate.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. That's his 8th strikeout of the game.
Second baseman, Michael Young.
Just missed. And a foul ball. One now. In the air to left center. Out number 2. And now the right fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
Right fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
Strike one.
2 down, nobody on.
0-2 curve right there. Hitter kind of expects that, and good job of just showing that confidence and trying to get back into this count.
Here's a 1-2. Swing at a high fly ball. That's out to center. And that is that. Nothing doing. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. That one missed.
Just missing off the plate there, according to the umpire. And out there on the mound, maybe trying to get an explanation. Can't say he's convinced, but it looks like he's accepted it.
Jeter tracking that one as it misses the zone for a ball.
Now in this 3-ball count, down in the ball game, you've got to be very selective. Take your walk if they'll give it to you.
And there's the automatic. That one found hard the other way. And a payoff pitch. Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Chris, as we look back at the pitch sequence, he hadn't seen that curveball at all. How tough is it to adjust to something like that with a bunch of break when you haven't had a look at it yet?
Yeah, I mean, you're dialed up for something firm. You never want to take a called third strike as a fastball, so you're going to be a little anxious before you recognize the pitch. And right there, clearly didn't see what was coming. Man, that's just a nasty splitter. Bottom falls out of it. You don't see a lot of guys throw that these days, but I tell you what, he's got a good one.
The 1-1 is fouled off. And a 1-2. Strike 3, and now 6 strikeouts in a row.
Well, he used the slow curve very effectively right there. He just spun it up to the plate and had his guy way out front. Not only a good pitch, but a really good job of setting it up.
So digging in, Tony Gwynn.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he has attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
Line and a base hit into right. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Here's your 1. Runner on the go. Pitching for a strike. And that's a stolen base. Not even close. That's 20 stolen bases for him this season.
Here's what I think the manager's thinking right now. Today, we're not driving the ball. It's hard to get extra base hits. We've got to make something happen to get a runner into scoring position. That stolen base, excellent call. Now, all it takes is perhaps a single to put a run on the board.
Man at second. Foul ball still 0-2.
He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
Here's the 0-2.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with this speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Young. Over to first. And that is the inning. Back in the Bronx, we go to the top of the 7th. Jake Berger stepping in for the Rangers. And we've got ourselves a pitching change. Zach Britton. This southpaw has been really good against left-handed hitters. Meanwhile, at Activity in the bullpen. Joan Duran, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. Bednar getting cranked up as well. Check
Strike
swing
one.
called strike. Strike one.
Ball.
And it finds its way through for a hit. And they have their first hit since the first inning.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
That's the ball.
Just missed. Berger gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Inside,
that's
just
inside.
missed.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last two
That's out the
pitches that
corner.
he's
Take it
thrown,
back.
good pitches, but even better takes.
So a walk puts runners at first and second. Next to hit, Evan Carter, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Now the infield shifts to double play down. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. The Rangers trying to break this one open here in the top half of inning number 7. Nice grab.
That's
At
the
the
ball.
dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
On the ground.
No, that's foul.
And foul ball. Two on, one out. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's got a chance. Gone into Monument Park. That one landed amongst the legends. His 4th home run of the season. And they tack on 3. It's 5 zip.
That's a swing that'll boost the win probability for sure. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave...
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Zach Britton. Out of the bullpen for the Yankees, David Bednar.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Here's Josh Young. Just missed. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Out of here. A home run off the foul pole. They go back to back. That's his 50th career homer. And time is called for a mound visit now. Big moment in this game, so they'll talk it over. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Here's a 1-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, that's pretty much the dream two-strike curveball. If you're the pitcher, hard downward break at the very end that just dips below the swing path. And they say pitchers want to try to bounce that pitch right on top of the plate. So that was exactly what he was looking for on the mound.
Seager stands in now and watches strike one. That one finds the zone. No balls, 2 strikes.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one, that's the one. When he elevates, hitters aren't touching it.
He gets there with the slide to first. It's there, and that's a great play. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. Hit hard, but foul off to the left. The 0-1.
That's a ball.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters, even if you give up a solo shot.
Ripped to third and caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control. I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in at-bats. He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced in this one. Definitely a frustrating day for the offense, but when they look at it, this guy's had his best stuff. Been painting the corners, working on the edges, and changing speeds. Just a difficult one. You tip your cap.
1-2 now. Swing and a miss. Out on the drop, third strike, 2 gone.
Kind of muffed that strikeout pitch right there. I'm not sure if he got crossed up or tied up, but either way, good composure to recover and finish the out at first. That's a play you could easily panic on and throw into right field.
Mantle in the box again, takes the strike. Drilled to right, way back there, and that is gone. A solo shot, and they're
goes the shutout, just like that. They're still behind, but this is a start. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark. Coming up on pitch number 100, probably nearing the end of his outing here, Boo.
Two down, bases empty, but one run across here at the bottom of the 7th. And that one cutting but missing down low.
Ball 2.
On the ground, right side. Young with the throw to first. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. So it may be too little, too late. But they're on. Back now in the Bronx. The spray chart shows us an impressive power display from this lineup. 4 homers so far.
Yeah, they've been sending them out all over the yard, Boo. Doesn't seem like there's anywhere for these pitchers to hide.
Line to left. And that's a fair ball. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Well, that's how you respond. Leadoff man comes up, gets into scoring position. Now, there are several ways that they can get this run across.
Here comes the skipper. Joan Duran gets the call from the pen.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
That's a strike.
Well, they kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come, but you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against him.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. And we're at the top of the 8th. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And the 0-2. In the dirt, blocked. Young leads off second with nobody out. And this one bounces away from Posada. No advance, though. 2-2. Got him looking, and he didn't like the call.
You know, splitters aren't thrown by a ton of pitchers, and one of the main reasons is that they're difficult to control. And not many guys can spot them consistently where they want to, but he's one of those exceptions. He's found a way to corral a split, and he can place it on a dime just like he did right there.
Berger, the next to hit, takes low for a ball. Runner at second here, one gone.
He doubled up on the off speed there. We talk about the power fastball, but he's working a little differently here.
Up the middle. Throws to first in time.
Up next for the Rangers, catcher Ivan Rodriguez.
Outfield playing straight up now.
Well, the bat can be a little bit of a dance. Strike one here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
Going to triple digits.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just going to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Whoa.
Runner at third, 2 away. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Cody Bradford.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Here comes the 0-1. He caught it behind his back. Fires to first. On the money. Nice play.
Up next for the Yankees, shortstop Derek Jeter.
What a stop. Throw to first. And very nicely done for the out.
Up next for the Yankees, third baseman Paul Molitor.
2 down, bases empty. Now the third baseman, Paul Molitor.
Hey. Whoa.
And 1-2.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Chopper to second. Handles, throws to first, and that is that. Yanks held. Back here in New York, here's the center fielder, Evan Carter.
Now pitching for the
Here comes the
Yankees,
closer here in the 9th, Goose Gossage.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Bouncer to second, Morgan. Tosses to first, 1 pitch and 1 out. Ripped to right center. Should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that.
Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Man at second. And now 1-2.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
The 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. 2 gone. So next to hit for Texas, Rafael Palmeiro. He's already homered here in this one.
Oh.
on second, 2 down. Palmero thought that one missed, and here comes a challenge. Barely a hair out of the zone, but it was a ball. Keep both their challenges. And another ball. Next offering in there for a strike. That's strike one. Base hit into the outfield. The throw in. And he's out. Up, down, and that ends the inning. Back at Yankee Stadium, here's the Yankees leadoff hitter, Tony Gwynn. Gwynn, not happy about that called strike. Here's the challenge. And that one did miss. And the strike is overturned. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. A 1-1.
That's the ball.
And that drops in for a strike. Caught him looking for the K.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his third strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter, Phil Rizzuto, looking to start something with one gone. One down, base is empty here in the ninth. That's in there at the knees, and it's strike two.
Well, he didn't like those first two pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle, hope he gets a mistake.
That's out the corner.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Yankees with only one out remaining.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
2 down, nobody on here in the last half of inning number 9. They're down to their final strike.
Well, he went inside a couple of times, and now outside. Hitter's not exactly sure where to look for this next pitch.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Outside low, and the count is 2-2. Got him. That's the ball game. 6-1.